go.
See?
Here we are, one day before we go for our run through the Grand Canyon, doing rim to rim to rim. Just standing here at the trailhead right now, looking around, checking out the scenery around us. This is what we'll be running into tomorrow, trying to get our way down into the valley to see the Grand Canyon in its full majestic views. Who does this? Unbelievable here. Looking down at the Colorado River, it's about a 5,000 to 6,000 foot drop that we have to traverse tomorrow morning just to get into the valley, and then 7,000 feet to get up the other side. Over there is the trail we're going to follow up to the end of the North Rim, and then turn around and come back. Here we go. It's 6 o'clock, October the 14th. We go for the Grand Canyon run on October 15th at 5 a.m. And Mir has all of his stuff placed out on the bed, so he's getting ready to go. I don't know if he realizes it's only a 12 to 14 hour run, but anyway, we've got all of his delicious food here. Look how delicious that looks. Goo and more goo again. I think he's gonna feel great when this is all said and done. Everything all packed into my running pouch. 1.5 liters of water, some extra food in here, armbands attached, trekking poles for the hikes up the hills, water bottle, 500 milliliter water bottles on each side, flashlight because they're starting at 5 a.m., some Advil salt pills in the back just in case, and some extra goos down here just in case it's needed. So everything's ready to go. 5 a.m. we hit the trail. Here we go, it's 4:41 a.m. October 15th. We're just leaving the hotel now, getting ready to go to Grand Canyon to start the rim to rim. Perfect temperatures today, -2 right now in the morning, only warming up to maybe 6 or 7 during the day. Up at 4, got everything ready to go, off for the drive, and we'll check in again in about 2 hours, maybe around 7 a.m. when the sun should come up. Hopefully by then we're somewhere close to being down in the river valley. Here we are, hour and 10 minutes into the run, still feeling pretty good so far. We've come down off the main descent, now we're down in the valley and the sun's just starting to come up, so hopefully flashlights go off here in a few minutes and we start videotaping a bit of the scenery. So a little bit of what we're running into now, the sun just coming up over the valley, down in the canyon, not quite all the way yet. About 9 kilometers in right now. Finally hit a relatively flat section here after the first few thousand feet of downhill. Something couldn't really go fast. Had to be careful, lots of steps. Now we're down. Nice, smooth, level trail. One more descent into the river valley coming up here. Yeah, we're on the trail. Lots of rain here over the last couple of days, so some wet spots where you probably shouldn't expect them. Took our time to keep our feet dry. We're still pretty early in here. I'm only running in wet feet for 50K.
And it's starting to lighten up. Oh yeah. Alright, let's keep going here. Oh my goodness. This is still where we have to go to get down. There's the
Look at that switchback down there.
switchbacks down into the valley. Oh my goodness. What have we done to ourselves here? Here we go. Guess we're not done the downhill yet. Okay. Taking our time. What a beautiful morning. It's clear, maybe 2 degrees Celsius. Still wearing buff and gloves, long sleeves. Taking our time here, getting down through this. Seen a few people on the trail, but maybe only a dozen so far. It's been a pretty easy go so far as far as people are concerned. And oh my god, we gotta go way down there into that valley. The switchbacks are crazy. Water here. Definitely not something you get to see when you're standing up on the top there at Rim Trail, but this is unbelievable down here. How absolutely enormous this is. How far we actually have to go to get to the bottom. There it is, we're on those switchbacks we were showing earlier. We're just coming into it now. It's going along this rock wall. There's a look down at the river and where the trail goes. A few hundred feet, I would say. Not quite like the hills we're used to at home. And
Almost a high rock.
the crazy part is, in about 8 hours, we gotta try to come back up this. Look at this turn. There's the switchbacks that we're gonna have to get us down to the bottom. Lots of steps. Panoramic view here of what we're seeing right now on the trail. The sun's coming up. We're not even down into the full depth of the valley yet. Just trying to take some time. Unbelievable. Still trying to get down these switchbacks. There's a few of them up ahead of us here. We just finished coming down off the switchbacks. Now we're deep into the valley here. Unbelievable what we get to run through today. So far I've been running for about an hour and a half. Almost all downhill so far. One little uphill, that's it. Stop for water at Indian Garden. Nice restrooms there. Good place to make a planned first stop. We've been trying to stay hydrated the whole time. Just had our first little snack. And we're carrying on down, hopefully to get close to see the Colorado River here soon. But regardless, what we're seeing right now is just stunning. Amazing. Really get to see around every turn. Like, look at this up ahead. Oh my goodness. There, we just made it out to the Colorado River. Lots of snow or rain all week. Nice and high. People getting ready to go rafting here. We don't have time for that today, unfortunately, but that came out of nowhere. Just didn't even know it was there, and then we're at the river. Nice. A few miles along the river. We need to cross the bridge. Finally, a little bit of uphill to give our legs a rest. So, hour and 40 minutes into the run, just came to the Colorado River for the first time. Down in the valley here, going on our first little uphill, which is kind of nice. We've been downhill the whole morning. And the mirror behind me there, showing some pictures of people doing rafting. It's been lots of flash flood warnings here this week. Today, there's none. It's clear and beautiful out. Still cold, but we're making our trek towards the north side of the river here now. And yeah, what a beautiful day. Oh, unbelievable. Good morning.
Good morning.
So here we are, hour and 50 minutes into the run, running along the Colorado River still. Up ahead you can see the bridge crossing the river, so not bad time so far. Everything's going great. Little sandy trail here now, nice and soft on the feet. And this is what it looks like around us. The sun is just starting to hit the tops of the canyon here now. Nice little... Finally come across the Colorado River and made it into this little campsite here area where there's some water. So this is the really the second water stop we've seen on the path. Nice little spot, turn the tap on just like that. Already defined as drinking water, so hopefully no issues, but gone through an entire water bottle on the way down the hill, just trying to stay hydrated. Now Mir seems to have lost a glove and decided he's going to run back the other direction for some reason, and I will wait here and save my energy waiting for him. So just coming out of the Colorado River now, starting to head uphill. Come to a place called Phantom Ranch. Met somebody at the last water station, kindly forgot to drop off his keys, so I had to find a key drop here, so save him the embarrassment of having stolen a key from inside the park here. So shouldn't be too long or off course, but not sure where to drop this key. So anyway, started the uphill, pretty flat so far, but not too grueling. We'll see how it goes. The scenery's just beautiful in here still. Everything feels great, but of course we're so far only running downhill and a little bit on the flats. Not too much beyond that yet.
That's a nice ranch.
This is Phantom Ranch here. A little stopping spot right at the bottom of the hills. We're gonna head out of here. We're gonna go up the North Kaibab Trail. Here we go. Back on the trail, I guess. Nice spot. Phantom Ranch is only about half a kilometer from the river, so another water station, of course. So that's number 3 that we've found. Didn't really need any because we filled up at the river. But good to know in case you missed the one at the river. It was tough to see. Also has some toilets here, so in case you need to go. Much better than jumping off into the cactus. And here we go, down on this river valley. Let's see how long it lasts before we hit some steep uphills, but so far it's pretty steady. Nice trail, well taken care of. Seriously, these walls are high. Can't even get the full depth and appreciation of what we're running through right now. Unbelievable. Sun's still not all the way through the valley there. You can see we're still in the shade, which is kind of good. It's warming up. A few more hours and we'll be full sunlight, I believe. Anyway. Keep pressing ahead. There it is. North Rim, 13.4 miles to go. So we should start some much bigger climbs here in about 2 miles. We'll see when we get there. So we're not even a mile from the North Rim sign said 13.4 miles, and already the canyon walls closed in on us across the river. Still flat to gently uphill, but at the same time it's very narrow now. You can see why they have all the flash flood warnings here, that if it starts to rain, there's not too many places for that water to go, except get deeper and faster. Some of the old telephone poles installed way back in the 1930s. Remnants of man's past excursions here. You can still see some of the lines on them. And really, that's the top. So small, so far below here. There's one of the bends in the trail here as we run through. See the slight uphill here now as we move along. Sun's still not overhead yet. Now it's about 20 to 8 in the morning. Still got my winter gloves or my running gloves on, my head protection on. It's not that warm yet. So, just hit the 3-hour mark of the run, approximately 25% done, maybe a little bit more. The goal today, trying to finish this in around 12 hours, 11 and a half, 12 hours, get out before the sun sets around 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight. It's 8 o'clock now, still feeling pretty good, legs are good, been walking most of the uphill so far. Hasn't been overly steep, but trying to preserve the energy for coming back down into the valley. And see how the legs hold up the rest of the way. So far, so good. You can see Mir running underneath the rocks there just to see how small he really is in the grand scheme of where we're at. We're just finishing climbing out of the metamorphic rock and back into the sedimentary here. You can see the layers now. So we've come up quite a ways. Not exactly sure how far up or how much further we have to go here to get to the top of the hill. Everything's going great so far, feeling good. Beautiful scenery. Starting some uphills, we'll walk these a little bit. But you still see all the rocks that are falling, places ever evolving. Wouldn't want to be underneath one of those, I guess, but it's part of the park. So it's now 3 hours and 40 minutes into the run. One of some pretty steep sections here now. Just starting to get into the climbs of the North Kaibab. You can see behind me here, we've come up out of the valley. You can see the south rim way over there at the very top, the plateau. So that's still where we have to get back. Just taking it easy up this hill. It's been a good walk so far. Probably the last 40 minutes, not very much running, all uphill. Still feeling pretty good. Obviously the climbing is taking a little bit of wind out, but other than that, it's good. So I just reached the 4 hour mark of our run into the Grand Canyon and back out the other side here. Just coming up, finally, first sign of sunlight hitting us here. It's probably about 8 to 10 kilometers still to go to the turnaround, roughly 30k in. Steep climbing now, pretty much steady walking. So the last hour almost all walking, a little bit of running on the flats to keep the legs going. And now we're about to hit the sunlight for the very first time today, where it actually gets on our bodies. So I start warming up here now. Maybe time to drop a layer and keep cool and enjoy the rest of the hike to the top before we turn around and come back down. Nice section of trail here. Morning. Morning. So we just reached a campsite called Cottonwood and found another source of water here. So this would be our third source of water so far since we started the trip. We're about 4 hours and 15 minutes in. I had to fill up my water bottle here again, so this is my second fill up. So 1 liter of water so far consumed. I've also got a partial of Gatorade that's about 1/3 gone, and I've still got the 1.5 liters in my pack as a backup just in case it's needed for the hydration pack. So lots of water so far. They've all been working. So far it's all been pretty good to drink as well. Finally hit a nice little runnable section here. North Kaibab still heading up to the north rim. What we got now? 4.5 hours into the run. Still feeling pretty good. A little bit of leg pain, but not too bad. Back in the shade. Only saw a little bit of sunlight there at one point in time. The rest of the run so far has been in the dark, or shade at least. And back to the uphills. Piece of cake, eh?
I know.
4 hours and 40 minutes in so far. No pain, easy going. Well, it's 5 hours now into our adventure. Definitely getting tired. Been pretty much 40 minutes of steep uphills, switchbacks, lots of climbing. Still about 4.5 miles to go to get to the end. It's gonna be around 6 hours to get there, and then we can turn around, start heading back down, hopefully enjoy some downhills. Everything's still going good. A little winded from the climb, but can't complain about the scenery. Look at the scenery 5 hours in. Climbing back out here. Beautiful waterfall on the other side. Unbelievable the size and depth of this. And we've been going for 5 hours and still not out. Wow. It's like the first runnable section we've been on in the last hour of climbing. Kind of nice to run for a little bit here. Don't know how far it's going to last. Probably not too far. We're 6 kilometers or 4 miles still to go to get out of the valley to the North Peak. And then it's going to be a long downhill running back to the river. The valley we're running up through right now. It's still quite a climb to get out. Okay, this is definitely not something I'm going to run up or down. I didn't see this coming. I was trying to figure out where the trail went up through this hill. Now I see it's been carved out of the side of the mountain, and it's just pure switchbacks. And to get back down, that's where we have to go. But for now, it's up. We knew the last 5 miles on the way it was going to be uphill, and now we can see what they meant. It's up and just never stops. Okay, well, still going up these crazy switchbacks through the hill. This is unbelievable. Carved out like this. And how steep it is. Just trying to get up here. This is absolutely crazy steep here. And there's the trail way down below. Oh, look at this. We found another runnable section here, right against the side of the wall. Slight drop down to go off the side, but of course we're staying well inside the trail. Making sure not to get close to the edge. But flat sections are actually quite nice to run on here. Good morning. And back to climbing. Alright, back onto another runnable section here. Slightly downhill and bridge up ahead. This is the part I've seen in other videos on rim to rim to rim. Oh, nice to be able to run again. So 5 hours, 50 minutes into the hike so far, run, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna check out, turn off the camera for a while here and grab the trekking poles. We got a bit of a major steep climb here to get out the final section. Once I'm out, I'll turn back on, and then the fun begins, coming back down from the north rim into the canyon to the Colorado River. For now, I'm gonna grab the poles, help myself up the hill, get ready for the descent back into the valley. Well, 6.5 hours now since leaving the south rim. Still haven't reached the north rim yet. Still climbing up. Sort of leveled out a little bit since I pulled out the poles about 45 minutes ago. It's been steep uphill ever since. But getting in near the top, these views are something else. Get into some oaks and big Douglas fir trees. Really noticing the altitude as we come back out of the valley, coupled with the, even though it's sunny, the temperature's probably dropped 5 degrees on this climb at least. So even though it's in the sun, it's pretty hard to take the sweater off. And see how it goes. Still climbing, but hopefully reach the summit soon. Take a little break, have a snack, head back down the other side. There's the summit, our side. Must be getting close by now. Not too much more to go from what it looks to the top. Well, this is it. 6 hours, 45 minutes. Coming up on the north rim here now. Sit down, get here, take a little break, wait for Mir, and head back in.
Hi.
Hi there, good morning.
You've done the rim to rim?
So far,
How much time did it take?
6 hours, 45 so far.
Wow!
But my friend parked the car on the south side, so I gotta go back now.
Go back.
Yeah. Gotta get the car. Good morning.
Well done, well done.
Ah. Oh, nice.
See, dime. Hi.
Good morning. Signs in the North Trail.
Oh yeah, these are the cars.
It's nice fresh spring water here when you get to the end. Amazingly, you can see down here, ice is forming. It's so cold today up here. Barely zero.
What'd you do? Stop for McDonald's?
No. Did you get any coffee or something?
What?
Did you go?
There's no coffee up there. There's nothing there.
So, now 8 hours into the run, and we've been coming down the north side of the canyon here for the last 40 minutes or so. Steady running. It's all been downhill. It's quite nice. Starting to get a little bit tired. Feeling some fatigue in my quads. They obviously got pounded on the first half, but so far feeling pretty good. Still pretty upbeat about this, and running down now to Cottonwood to refill my water. So far so good, and we'll keep trucking. I'll check in an hour because I'm going to get back to the trekking poles because we're on pretty steep technical trail here. 9 hours in now. Just spent the last hour running pretty much all downhill. Got a bit of an uphill here now. Past Cottonwood water station, filled up my water bottle again. On the way to Phantom Ranch now. Probably just a couple more miles and we'll be back down into the Colorado River. Oh, still having a good time. Running fun, but definitely starting to feel it in my legs. Not sure where I'm at for a distance here, but oh, it's definitely been a ways now. 9 hours of pretty much moving forward. So, not much to tape. I mean, obviously we've been through this on the way to the north end, and in reality, the only difference from coming through is now it's all fully lit. The sun is beating down. I dropped my long sleeve sweater a while ago, and now I'm trying to get over this hill and get into some more downhill. Oh, well, now 10 hours into the run. The last 3 hours have pretty much been downhill the whole way from the north rim. Still plugging along here. Getting tired for sure. Still got a few hours left to get out of here. I'm gonna stop down here when I get to the river. We'll run down the entire section from the north rim to the river, Colorado River. Which time I'll stop and hook up with Mira when he gets there, and then we'll go as a team, finishing up the last uphill to get out of the canyon and call it a day. Definitely tired. Quads are absolutely shot from all the downhill. I've never run 3 hours straight downhill before in my life, and well, it's been an experience. Nice, easy going, not too taxing, but the pain and the exhaustion starting to kick in. Definitely not as happy and laughy as I was 9 hours ago. 9.5, whatever it was, 8.5 when I started recording a little bit of video. But still, this place is so inspiring and motivating that keeps you to want to keep going on. Oh, back into the sun for some nice warmth, and we'll check in again later. Well, we're 11 hours into our adventure now. For the last 45 minutes or so, I've been sitting here at Phantom Ranch, just waiting for Mira to catch up. We both agreed to run down the North Rim Trail solo, and then meet up before climbing out of the canyon for a final ascent here. So, alright, had a beer, had a watermelon, had a lemonade, and bought one for Mira just in case he didn't make it in time. But he's been here for a few minutes, just getting ready, and then off we go. The remainder of the trip is pretty much all uphill, trying to go up Bright Angel Trail to get back to the car. Looks like it's about 11 miles to get out of here. 3 of them should be flat, followed by 8 miles of uphill, a little bit of flat there at Indian Gardens, and then climbing the rest of the way to the car. This time we are not going to see very much daylight. The sun's already down over the hills again. It's only 4 o'clock here right now, but expecting darkness at around 6:30 at the latest. But looks like we're going to be 16 hours total for this trip. Looking more like finishing around 7, 8 o'clock tonight. Alright, here we go. Back across the river on our way to Bright Angel Trail. Unbelievable. Yeah.
There's a sign there.
Yeah. Had to catch the last few minutes of sunlight down here in the valley. Just 9 hours ago, we ran this in the other direction. Hours now. The fun and laughing is definitely behind us. Like I say, we've made it across the Colorado River. We're heading up Bright Angel Pass. We're just now going into the switchbacks that we saw earlier in the day. Look kind of daunting coming down. Had fun running them, but at this point in time, it's not exactly so much fun going back up them. So we figure we've got about maybe 2 hours, 3 hours max left to go to get out of here. Definitely faster coming down this morning, fresh legs, and it's definitely at that point now where we're just tired, trying to get out, and overall it's been great. Oh, it's been great to see this area. Just now it's time to be done. All right, I don't think I'll be checking in again. I don't think we have much daylight left. We're guessing an hour at most, but I doubt it. And next check-in will be back at the hotel, and hopefully feeling much better and cleaner. Well, I didn't think we'd get enough daylight to do one more shot of this while on the trail, but here we are. Just about 13 hours since we started, and there's no running. No, we're not running anymore. 4.5 miles left to go to get out of here. All of it's uphill. It's just up there. I mean, it's not too bad, I guess. It's absolutely ridiculous. I still don't even know where the trail is to get out of here, but we'll just keep plugging along and find our way out. So the flashlights will be out soon, and headlamps, and away we'll go, trying to get to the top here and call it a day. So about 7.2 kilometers. The pace we're going is probably going to be an hour and a half, maybe a little bit more, but keep plugging along here as time permits and daylight lets us. And like I say, we're no more happy jumping around, running, just walking, trying to get out now. It's been a beautiful day and a great experience, but ready to get a shower. So, after 15 hours of running, I'm going to lose 2 toenails on this foot, and it looks like 2 toenails on this foot.